From promoting scam crypto billionaires to straight up being racist to teaching people how to get millions of views, YouTube Shorts has created some of the most loved and hated creators. Some of them go viral for actually making mind-blowing content, while others blow up for the dumbest and sometimes outright disgusting reasons. But what actually makes a creator loved and what gets them hated? Starting with McKinley Richardson, one of the most hated creators online for involving children in promoting her OnlyFans. The issue isn't just that she sells adult content, it's that she acts like it's the best career out there. I make spicy content for a living, so today I'm going to prove that a real job is way easier than what I do. But the real issue isn't just what she's saying, it's also who's actually watching. Scroll through her comments section and you'll find plenty of comments from kids. This woman is so pretty and perfect. Heart emoji. Can I also get a pin? I love you, McKinley. I've watched you since I was like 7 and now I'm going to turn 9. The video where you'll see these comments, I got a real job for 24 hours. And you know what's pinned in her comments section? McKinley's OnlyFans links. But that's not the only problem. McKinley's past relationship with Jack Doherty was a major red flag, not just because it seemed fake, but because of the reckless and dangerous content that came with it. Like the time when he flipped a golf cart while McKinley was inside, she ended up in the hospital, and he turned the whole thing into content. Even after they broke up, Jack kept acting like a complete asshole. Yet despite all the backlash, McKinley hasn't slowed down at all. In fact, her net worth is estimated to be around $5 million. But not every viral creator is surrounded by controversy. Some have built their fame in a way that not only earns respect, but is also really inspiring, like Zack King. And he blew up with his mind-blowing magic edits and storytelling. But before he reached that level, he had his own struggles. He was rejected from film school, broke, and sitting on a pile of ideas that just didn't work, but he never stopped.
I always wish somebody told me.
When life keeps hitting you with all these failures, you just go out and keep making stuff. And that's exactly why people connect with him. Success didn't just land on his lap. He built it with passion, persistence, and a whole lot of trial and error. But even after all of his fame, Zack never lost what made him different. While most creators chase trends, he sticks to what he loves: storytelling, creativity, and capturing that sense of childhood wonder. Even if everything else fails, I'm going to know that these 15 years, I still had all these camera roll memories. His success isn't just about magic tricks, it's about inspiring people to chase their dreams. He encouraged creators to take risks, be patient, and keep going, no matter how many times they fail. If you're crazy enough to do something for a long period of time, eventually something's going to hit. And through it all, he keeps his priorities straight. While many influencers get lost in the grind, Zack makes sure to balance his career with family, proving that life outside the screen matters just as much. That's why people love him. Zack built his success on creativity and hard work. Meanwhile, mrbeast just keeps recycling the same content until people get sick of it. But that's not the reason why people hate him. So mrbeast, aka Master Oogway, started his channel by dubbing clips from Kung Fu Panda as Master Oogway. At first, people found it entertaining, but over time, they got tired of him recycling the same clips and only tweaking a few words. Then came the controversy that changed everything. His downfall began when he said the N-word in this video.
I hear Mexican people say the N-word, and I hear black people say the N-word, and many other races as well.
Now you can't even find the original video because his main YouTube channel was terminated and he was banned from TikTok. Only time he used the word though. He even made a song about it. After reaching millions of subscribers, he completely fell off. His main channel was wiped, and even when he tried to make a comeback, it flopped. People are commenting on his new account saying, "Bro refuses to work at McDonald's. When we needed him least, he came back." Bro even made a video admitting he fell off, and people were like, "You haven't fallen off, you have been kicked off." Yet despite all of this backlash, some people still support him, especially after he posted an apology video. Some people in the comments are genuinely forgiving him. Amr went from millions of views to millions of people wanting him gone. But while he was getting banned left and right, another creator was blowing up, and people loved him. Say hello to Tony.
What's up, homie? I'm Tony. Look at these set of 3D prints.
So how did a guy promoting LED signs become a viral sensation? Well, Tony ain't just selling LED signs, he's making videos fun.
Hi friends! Today we're talking about something super cool called pronouns.
Not interested, sir. Anyways, here.
Tony graduated with a degree in business English in mainland China. He joined LC Sign in March 2022 as a salesperson. During a promo on Alibaba, Tony was chosen to host a live show, and people loved it. With TikTok blowing up at the same time, his boss saw an opportunity to put him in charge of the company's brand new social media department. Just like that, his journey into viral marketing began. That's when he started experimenting with different accents and personas. Some of his more popular personas include Texas Cowboy,
Howdy, homie. It's Tony. What kind of store logo would bring more customer to your store?
Indian accent,
Repeated day in and day out.
British accent.
I'm Tony from LC Sign.
He even started impersonating well-known figures like Batman, Super Mario, and Donald Trump. Suddenly, people weren't just watching for the product, they were watching for him. People found him so funny that they started commenting on ordering a sign or just taking their money. His accents were so spot on that people genuinely believed he had incredible English skills. He gained a lot of respect because people could tell Tony put in serious effort to master his accents. So how did he learn so many accents? With Tony as the face of the brand, LC Sign had gained worldwide recognition, even though he has yet to fully grasp the scale of his influence. While Tony built his fan base with hard work and talent, others have taken a much different approach, like this guy, Speed McQueen. Most people hate his content, but why? Well, it all starts with the thing he's most known for, racism, and even he admitted it.
Now it's over. Oh my god.
Fuck yeah, I'm racist.
Bro even admitted he's homophobic too.
What do you want me to say? I'm homophobic as well? Let's go!
Which is crazy because bro has millions of subscribers, influences millions of kids, and he's just okay with that? He even said, "What's wrong with racism?"
Of course, what's wrong with racism? Tell me, what's wrong with racism?
In a different video, he was asked if he was happy even though he's literally seeing hate videos about him. And this was his response.
Does this make you happy?
Look, for me to go from a nobody to being talked about on TikTok videos, like, yeah, it makes me happy.
Aside from that, people hate his content because he recycles old vines and still gets millions of views. For example, this video versus other older videos. Others say he has 6-year-old humor. Or take this comment, which says his humor is the definition of middle schooler humor. Well, that makes sense because most of his content has no clever punchline, no comedic twist, and sometimes it's just him breaking his keyboard, or just racism. And some of his fans defend him, saying he's not racist just because of his friends. Speaking of friends, he's also close with Master Oogway, collaborated on videos, and even made a music video together. Not only that, but people all over the internet have pointed out that Speed McQueen promoted an OF account on his Instagram. But he deleted it, and this is true because aside from YouTube, this issue is all over the internet, even on Reddit, which is insane because the majority of his viewers are children. And yet despite all this, some of his fans still defend him. Like this comment, "How can people get offended by his jokes?" And they defend him by saying it's just dark humor. Yet other viewers argue that this isn't dark humor, it's just straight up racism. Some say his content is just brain rot. If Speed McQueen is brain rot at its worst, then danno cow drawings is proof that content doesn't have to be mindless to be entertaining. Danno blends education, humor, and storytelling so effortlessly that people don't just watch his videos, they love them. Even creators like Robert DK called Danno the GOAT of YouTube Shorts. But how did Danno go from being just another creator to one of the most successful YouTube animators? Well, his journey started way before YouTube Shorts took over. Back in 2021, Danno posted a video on his birthday,
2021, and it's my birthday,
where he explained that his dream was to become an actor, but as long as he could entertain his audience, make them laugh or smile, he'd be happy. That's why he's passionate about YouTube. Even though he knew he might not make it big, that was okay with him. So he started fresh with commentary videos, making everything from his interests and relationships to deeper topics like his struggles with school and fitting in. But those videos weren't really taking off. He was having fun making them, but they were only getting a few thousand views, so he needed a new strategy. That's when he turned to shorts. Instead of sitting in front of a camera like most commentary videos, Danno focused on something he'd always loved: drawing. He created a character named Riggy and started making animated shorts. Still, he knew he needed something unique to make his content stand out. That's when he came up with the idea to answer random, trending questions using his drawings. His first big breakout moment came in September 2022, when he posted a video on his new channel, Danno Draws, titled "What Happens Now That Queen Elizabeth is Dead?" The video exploded, pulling in millions of views. From that point on, Danno had cracked the code. His content worked so well because it was a mix of curiosity, humor, and education. And as his channel grew, so did his creativity. He started introducing more original characters: Rosie, Lucky, Clone Riggy, turning his shorts into something more than just fun fact videos. He was building lore, creating storylines that made people keep coming back, not just to learn something new, but to see what happened next. One of his biggest moments came when he got involved in Shorts Wars, a massive YouTube ARG where some of the biggest shorts creators teamed up to tell a crossover story. The project was so big that it even got covered by Game Theory.
Please, MatPat, do a theory on Shorts Wars. MatPat needs to take a look at the YouTube Shorts ARG.
From there, Danno's channel skyrocketed to millions of subscribers, and even after reaching that milestone, he kept pushing his content further, testing new ideas and evolving with every video. Danno's success makes sense. He's got talent, a great sense of humor, and he actually cares about his audience. At one point, people thought the same about Nas Daily. He once had a highly respected channel, but now people absolutely hate him, calling him a narcissist with a huge ego. But why do people hate Nas Daily? Nas Daily exploited Apple Wang Od, a 103-year-old tattoo artist from the Philippines, for profit. In August 2021, Gracia Palicas, Wang Od's great niece, called out Nas Daily on Facebook. She claimed that the so-called Wang Od Academy was a scam, saying, "My grandmother never signed any contract with Nas Daily for this academy." And even after the backlash, Nas defended himself by showing Wang Od's thumbprint on a contract. But Gracia stated that Wang Od didn't understand what she was signing. Aside from that, Nas also made offensive remarks about Filipino farmers. In 2019, Nas Daily visited the Philippines to feature the Cacao Project, a program meant to help farmers make a better living. Louise Mabulo, who made the project, was excited. She was a fan of Nas's content and thought he'd tell a good story about their hard work. But instead of appreciating their work, Nas reportedly mocked them, saying Filipinos are so poor, and why are farmers so poor? He even made fun of the Filipino accent, joking that it sounded stupid. Later, he dismissed farming altogether, saying it wasn't clickable enough for viral content. He also showed zero respect to the people housing him. He refused to eat the meal Louise's mom cooked and didn't even thank them for their hospitality. By the end of the day, Louise was frustrated and exhausted. She realized he wasn't there to help, just to get a quick viral video. Eventually, they agreed he should leave. For years, Louise stayed silent, afraid of backlash. But when she saw Nas Daily accused of exploiting Apo Wang Od, she knew she had to speak up. She called him out for using Filipino culture and poverty as content to be capitalized, and urged Filipinos to stop supporting influencers who profit off their struggles. Nas Daily also promoted crypto scammers like Sam Bankman-Fried,
To me is the most generous billionaire in the world, and I found him.
Hi, my name is Sam.
the founder of the cryptocurrency exchange FTX. The video talked about how Bankman-Fried was all about giving back, highlighting his promise to donate a big chunk of his money to charity. And when the world found out that Sam was a fraud, Nas decided to delete the video. But audience said in the comments that even if he deletes it, the internet wouldn't forget. And Nas replied that he's not trying to make the internet forget, he just wanted to be transparent. And people were saying that since he deleted the video, that's not transparency at all. Nas also made a video about studying Islam for a month, but people pointed out that it was full of misinformation. In the comments, some even said, if anyone here doesn't know about Islam, I don't recommend this video. And someone said that Nas studied for a whole month but didn't learn anything right. And a lot more criticism and corrections were pointed out. Nas was also hypocritical about the Palestine-Israel conflict. Despite presenting himself as neutral, he contradicted himself multiple times, like in his tweet from October 2023, where he said he views himself as Israeli-Palestinian, but Israeli first, Palestinian second, making people believe he was taking Israel's side. Then he was caught cursing Israel off camera.
Fuck what you said?
Contradicting his neutral stance. And when he made a video addressing every controversy, people in the comments were saying that Nas's ego is so big, he doesn't even know how to properly apologize. Instead of apologizing and trying to do better, he ended up blaming his audience. Someone also pointed out that Nas is hated not just because of his actions, but because he is not genuine, just arrogant. Now his content has dropped from millions of views to barely reaching 6 figures. But not all creators handle mistakes the way Nas does. Take Zack D Films for example, and people loved Zack for that. His channel is known for both informative content and animated 3D videos. And it's funny that people on Reddit say Zack shares facts that haunt them, but in a good way. But sometimes Zack makes mistakes. 2 of the best examples involve a magic trick and the time KFC changed its name. In 2022, Zack made a video trying to explain how a magician named Specialhead pulled off his levitation trick on America's Got Talent. He confidently claimed the trick worked by using a hidden metal base under the carpet and a rod inside the magician's sleeve to support him, but Zack was wrong.
A few days ago, I showed you how this trick was done, and I was wrong.
Specialhead himself responded, showing that there was no base or harness involved, completely debunking Zack's theory. Instead of brushing it off, Zack made a follow-up video admitting his mistake. He even went as far as saying, "The answer is that I have no idea." A year later, in January 2023, Zack made another factual error. He uploaded a video explaining why Kentucky Fried Chicken changed its name to KFC, claiming it was because the state of Kentucky trademarked its name and demanded licensing fees. But viewers quickly called him out. Turns out the story came from a joke article that Zack mistakenly took seriously. Instead of ignoring the backlash, Zack retraced his research, found where he went wrong, and made another video correcting his mistake.
KFC, and my explanation was wrong.
And people in the comments section appreciated him for that. Many praised him, saying it's honestly amazing how he takes accountability for his mistakes. This is exactly why people respect Zack. He always corrects himself when he's wrong. Zack D Films proves that owning up to your mistakes earns respect. He listens, learns, and corrects himself. But not every creator takes criticism that well. Bentellect, on the other hand, has a completely different approach, one that usually involves copyright striking and suing. That is why the internet really hates him, for reading memes from Reddit and forcing a fake laugh.
Into the woods to scream, not like to release stress, just to scream like a wild man.
Over time, he's gained a reputation for being cringe, dishonest, and most importantly, creepy toward women, especially after OF creator Jordan Max exposed their weird conversation. Ben had asked Jordan if she wanted to make an OnlyFans video. When she declined, he immediately canceled their scheduled podcast, where they were supposed to taste pickles. After Jordan exposed their conversation, Ben DM'd her and threatened to sue. Then another woman came forward and DM'd Jordan with the screenshots of a similar experience. After just a few messages, he pushed the conversation toward making OnlyFans content together. And as expected, Bentellect got aggressive when rejected. Then he made an apology post and played the "I have sisters so I respect women" card. After that, he posted an apology video on TikTok.
The first thing I want to say is I'm sorry to anyone that I've made feel uncomfortable.
But people aren't buying it. It feels robotic. Then around October 2024, he made a short video claiming the screenshots were fake and calling the creators who exposed him clowns. And the comments are roasting him, saying things like, "And this video is fake too, by the way," or "Put the fries in the bag already. This isn't really forgivable." And this comment is brutal because Bentellect used to pull in millions of views on YouTube, but now his shorts struggle to break a few thousand. Maybe he could learn a thing or two from Jenny Hoyos, because her content not only captures millions of viewers, but also teaches people how to do it. And that's exactly why people love her so much. Jenny creates content by answering weird, fun questions that people never thought to ask, but love finding the answers too. For example,
how many flavors can you get with $1? What's the cheapest thing in an airport? Can you cook faster than fast food?
And these kinds of questions grab attention instantly. But that's only one part of why she's so successful. Jenny knows how to hook an audience and keep them engaged from start to finish. She actually teaches people the format and has shown it when she was a guest on multiple channels like TED, J Klaus, and vidIQ. Even other Shorts creators admit that Jenny cracked the code on YouTube Shorts, and some of them definitely took a lot of inspiration from her. People also love the way she responds to questions, because it shows how knowledgeable she is. Because of her impact, storytelling skills, and influence, people call her the Queen of YouTube Shorts. But for you, which YouTube Shorts creator do you love the most? And which do you absolutely hate?